were saying just about the Venus being in a waxing moon.
Yes.
The moon is
No.
waxing. The moon is waxing into Taurus, not vexing into Taurus. Waxing.
Yes.
Okay, all right, and that's a good thing. And then the
And
Venus.
the word is sweet, deliciousness.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Oh, very interesting. Okay, let me take.
Venus is about money also. Okay. But
Well, I gave you all the clues. You got to go. What I was telling you about my dreams. Remember, I said, okay, so I gave you clues, and then you said, oh, and you said you met someone. I said, well, you're on the right track, but not that. No. So put all the clues together, Beena. Come on, deduction 101. Yeah.
Your Venus is in a Scorpio.
Is Venus in Scorpio? No. Right now? No, you said Venus is
No. Your Venus is in a Scorpio.
Oh.
Like when you're born. So your Venus was in a Scorpio.
Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Secretive feelings.
Yes.
And,
yes.
And secret feeling and also intense feelings.
Yes.
Also.
Those I had.
This is something really interesting. That though you are Aquarius rising, and they are very liberal, they are very detached people, but your Venus in the Scorpio secretly or subconsciously makes you a very possessive is a different word, not possessive.
Passionate?
But yes, passionate, yes, of course, but also you want to keep your loved one to yourself. Yes.
Possessive. Yes. Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't have that actually. I really don't.
No, this is something. Okay, it is. No, this is something very obvious here. It cannot be other way, but okay. It is.
I never had that. Never had jealousy or possessiveness. Never ever.
No, it's not about jealousy, and that's why I was reluctant to use the word possessive.
Right. Yeah. No, I know. But possessive, I never had that either.
I'm saying that's why I was reluctant to use the word possessive.
I love somebody and they love somebody else. I'm happy. Or love.
No.
Just the way I am, but that's something I guess that I learned. It's part of my philosophy, not necessarily innate.
I'm just trying to find the word for that or an analogy to say that what is this, because also Neptune is also Neptune is in Scorpio, 11 degree and 7 degree, almost a conjunction. Yes, 4 degree, not really, but yes, still. Okay. So, wow. You always have very, when you were talking about dreams, and here come. Okay.
Yes, and what did I say about the dreams? That's what you're forgetting. I didn't just say dreams, Maybe you blocked it out in your mind.
Sorry, say it again, please.
I said about dreams. I told you earlier in the week, a couple of days ago, I talked about my dreams, but you forget what I said. You just remember, oh, you're talking about your dreams. You don't remember the details, or at least what I said specifically. What kind of dreams did I have? Did I say?
Okay. Now I got it. Because yes.
I think your mind automatically blocks some things out.
Oh yes, my mind do that. Yes, you're right. Yes, my mind do that. Okay, now it makes sense. What Mars is doing and Venus. So okay, you already had that dreams. So now what's new about that? What's new now?
What dreams did I have?
I'm saying that you already had these dreams last week.
Yeah, which
So
dreams
now
did I have?
what's
What kind of dreams?
you said that you found you saw some dreams which were really like real to you. Yes, this is what you said.
Yeah, but there was more to it than that. It wasn't the realness that was the issue.
No, okay, then I'm missing it. I'm missing something.
Yeah, you forgot the very key word. One important word. Okay, put it together with Venus. I'm asking about Venus specifically. I'm not asking about Saturn or Mars or whatever. I suppose maybe Mars too could come into it. I don't know. Maybe it's the
Oh,
wrong.
yes.
My
You,
question might be wrong.
no, you're so you are asking about Venus. So you saw some romantic kind of dream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, libidinous dreams.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Libido
Mm-hmm.
dreams, exactly. So now we come into
Oh,
it. So
oh,
that's what
okay.
I'm trying to say. My libido is active in this time now, and it's it never was for the whole year. Never a problem. Never came up in my dreams. Now, okay, it's fun in the dreams. You know, sweet deliciousness, yes, but still, I'd rather not have it. It doesn't matter that it's fun and enjoyable. I don't want to get back into that mindset where you're always thinking about it and it's always this just on one's brain and your body's wanting it. I don't care for it. It doesn't matter that it's fun every now and then or on a regular basis. It doesn't matter. It's still to me. I don't care for it as an addiction, and I want to be free of that. Fun as it is, I want to be free of it. So. I'm pressured by my libido at present, Beena. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say. My body is very
Mm-hmm.
libidinous, you know. It
Mm-hmm.
messed with my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Why do
First,
attractive women have ugly butts? That's what I want to know. I don't understand. Does it make your butt look ugly? Yes, it does. They always ask that question.
what?
No, I'm just looking out the window here, and it just fascinates me how that they wear things and it just makes their butts look weird. I don't know why they do it. It's fascinating to me. But anyway, just odd perceptions. I say the other
Okay.
day with makeup and stuff. Sometimes I see
Mm-hmm.
women and it's like, oh my goodness, um, mutton dressed up as ham, not lamb, ham. Like seriously, girl, come on. You just like I say, mutton dressed up as lamb, right? Okay, you can understand that you're trying to make yourself look nicer. But for heaven's sake, you take mutton and you dress it up to look like ham, then you're going the other way. Yeah, I don't know. I see that so often. It's like, what on earth are you thinking? Sorry. But anyway,
Oh
so
my
my
God.
dreams are bothering me. I can't sleep. Energy, just libido, energy. That's what I'm saying. Is it me, or is this a thing that is now would be something with the
Okay.
way
Okay.
everything is? When you said, well, Venus in exaltation. Okay, for me, libido activities, or just to be a little bit more direct, like lovemaking. This is not a physical thing; it's a spiritual thing to me, right?
Hmm.
Beyond even just romantic. Okay, lovemaking is the romantic side for saying having sex, right? So never was just the physical. That was never ever for me. Like some people just go, you do it like okay, you get your physical satisfaction and you off you move and you go on again. No, no, it was always um, even the romantic side of it. Yes, that was predominant in the typical way people see. Okay, love making rather than having sex. Okay, that's the romantic side of it. But for me, it was always a spiritual activity. So it's a profound big deal, and always was a big deal in 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 my psychology. Maybe that's where the Scorpio part came in because
Mm-hmm.
um, I never got to really fully activate that in the way I intended. Sort of tried, but not sort of tried, did try, but Just the appropriateness at the time didn't allow for it. So okay, but it's an odd pressure, and I would rather do without this in my life, because it is something that it, it it doesn't have an end point. When you think it through to the end, it's a going nowhere path, because you are essentially going on a path that it's a path of diminishing returns. It's very much like taking drugs. Now, I haven't really taken drugs, except a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
marijuana, and it's dreadful. I can't stand it. Same with alcohol. It's bloody horrible. So I don't do them, but I'm talking about more, like LSD or whatever, MDM or whatever these other drugs are. The more psychedelic drugs, right? I've never tried any of those. Cocaine or speed or whatever. In none of these crack or whatever. None of the stuff. But I remember when we were in Santa Monica, living there, the streets there. We hung out with two people who were addicted to crack, and
Mm-hmm.
they would make every effort to hide when they would actually use it. Even though we were sitting right there, they would kind of put their head under the blanket or whatever. They were very, very slick at it, and very so. And then I asked them one day, I said, I don't care what you do. They said no, they didn't want to rope us in. They didn't want us to be in a position where they were at. So they didn't want to share. They didn't want us to get involved in that world because it was a wrong world for us. And then I said something else. He said, the problem with the drugs is, and many drug addicts will tell you this, the first time it's the be all and end all of everything, and it's the best thing ever. And ever after, it gets less and less, and you continually trying to chase that first high, right? Every time subsequent, you're looking to get back to that first high, and you never do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with libido activities, it's the same thing as far as I'm concerned. It's that same effect on the body. Yes, it's phenomenal in the early times, but it just gets less and less as you go over time. Okay, you have a little bit of a break, and then you come back, and then it's kind of wonderful again, but then it's diminishing returns after that. It's just the nature of the activity. So that's what I'm saying. Uh, it's a continual exercise in perpetual frustration, if you ask me. So, it's the same with the drugs. That's why they said this is not cool. Yes, we do it, but there's no real. You get a little bit out of it, but it's the effort doesn't justify the reward. In other words, and they're kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuck in that loop. And I see the same thing, with physical libido activities. No matter
Mm-hmm.
how much you may have it associated with romance or spirituality or whatever, there's still the physical component. You know? So,
Okay.
and this is a conundrum for me though, because I experience feelings and I never quite get to a feeling that I'm looking for, which is to feel the fullness of what I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so much, my body doesn't know how to feel it. And I come close sometimes, and I think it's possible there, but I don't want this to be associated with. I feel this is something that I need to learn to feel without the libido component involved. Does this make sense? What I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't know if you need more details or not. I'm happy to provide. I'm just trying to be diplomatic and considerate, but I'm
No.
happy to
Yeah.
be more go into a little bit more detail to make it more sense. I don't
Okay.
know. Your experience in this field is somewhat limited, so I don't know how much, or I don't know what your personal private activities in this regard are. So I don't know how
Uh,
much you're feeling when I'm understanding what I'm saying.
okay.
It's a big point, Pina, and I want to be able to discuss it with you. Yes, it's a deeply personal point. I don't mind. That's You always say, oh, you got to share personal things. Okay, well, there you go. But it
Mm,
is an important point just in terms of overall understanding, and in terms of my path and progression, understanding me. Of course, it influences our relationship and everything, you know. So it's a big point because it's a big point to me. So anything that's a big point to someone, it's influential, right?
Yes. Okay. Uh, First thing is because now, like it's a third day, date of lunar. Yes, lunar third day. The 3 days because moon uh, is in waxing phase, so
we're
it
we're
heightened.
we're waxing.
Yes, waxing
There you
phase.
go, waxing. There you go.
So
Like you
it
give somebody a
heightened.
whack on the head.
Okay,
Waxing.
so it heightened moon heightened emotions. Uh,
Ah,
so
okay.
it could be because of this also,
Hmm.
but other than that, um, you
Right. So the
you
other
are.
night I had dreams, but last
Mhm.
night it wasn't dreams. I just woke up physically aroused, and it affected my sleep. So it's a little different, you know. But the other night I had very clear dreams. So it was fun, but a little different. So a little different between the two nights.
So also because it's a time of changes, so people are dealing with so many changes. It's not about that they want these changes or not. It's not deliberate, but yes, it is what is happening. I'm trying to make it really clear for you as I could understand, because it's really difficult to even talk about it personally for me. Uh,
Beena, I really feel in subjects like this, yes, I understand, circumspection and prudence, but there are times when we kind of need to set that aside, in a conversation like this. We say, oh, we've got to be
no,
able to
but
discuss the details. You got to be
okay,
like a
okay,
scientist or a doctor, Okay,
okay.
you're in the role of your astrologer, just be more
Yeah.
scientific about it.
No, because uh, yes, I can understand that, but I can understand only by this astrology knowledge I have.
Oh,
Personally, uh, I've never been close to anyone.
right,
Never,
right.
not more than just shaking hand with my
That's
cousins and with my
fantastic.
friends.
That's just fantastic.
That's
Oh,
that's it.
I just love it. I just love it. All right.
Okay.
So this is fantastic, Beena. I mean, this is
I'm
this is
just
an
telling
incredible
you in a
superpower.
very
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm just telling you in a very specific, clear words.
Right, right, right,
Not
right.
more than shake hands in public, like, okay,
That's
yes,
fantastic. All
that's
right,
it.
all right. But there is an important question that does arise. Just because you haven't actually physically been intimate with somebody other than shaking hands is not or hugging, that's not intimate. In a libidinous capacity. I'm trying not to
Mm.
say sexual, but that doesn't mean that we can't have that inside our minds and our
Okay,
imaginations,
okay.
right?
Yes, okay, I'm telling you.
All right.
Because when I went there to Art Sunset, it was a huge, huge, huge shift in my life.
Mm,
Because I never been in contact with girls like I met there before.
wild girls. Sounds
Oh
like right.
yes, I heard so many stories, and I heard so many things what they were discussing openly, and I was like, what they really mean to say, and mostly were younger than me, but they had lots of experience, and even one just said to me that okay, so at least she read some horoscope, and she said, okay, my horoscope is telling me that I have 6 months for new relationship. So okay, so till then I can flirt. And I said, okay. for flirt, I mean, I understood that she mean that okay, she want to talk to someone and talk nicely, but she didn't mean that, and she says, "Oh, because I have 6 months, what will I do?" And I said, "Okay." And my other friend was looking at me, and she says, when we were alone, she says, "Beena, what do you understand by flirting?" And I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "No, really, because you were quite chill and you were just smiling when she said that." And I said, "So?" She said, "Beena, I actually do understand that you don't have any idea what flirting means."
Well, flirting in its regular sense simply means kind of a teasing and it's arousal without any consequence. But in her case, she was talking about, oh, I can actually go and basically have relations with somebody in whatever degree she's having it with, right? That's what she meant with flirting, actually doing things, right,
Yeah,
as opposed to just teasing. Yeah,
yes, and okay,
right. So they
from
use flirt as a euphemism, in other words.
maybe yes,
They do.
uh,
I mean, because they're meaning more than just teasing. She's meaning
uh,
some kind of physical, intimate libido contact, right?
maybe, but still, I never been in even flirting relationship with anyone before.
Yeah, yeah. Which I find
Okay.
absolutely marvelously wonderful. Now, I have to ask, this is very
So,
important in the context that,
mm,
private fantasies that might be,
okay.
despite that, like, because
Okay.
those,
Okay.
I don't know if you have those or not, but it's important in this
Okay. Okay.
context.
Let me.
Oh,
Okay. Let
I'm
me
listening, I'm listening.
be really clear that
Oh, I'm listening, Beena.
it's really funny. It's really funny. But yeah, I need to just discuss this.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, I've
oh,
been in a
yeah.
position. Okay. Um, I do like it. It was. It is really strange uh, because when I met other girls and when I saw them and when I heard them, I feel that there is some. There is something must be wrong with me because I do like okay like the character House, Dr. House.
Right.
I was like, wow, I just like this man. This
Yes,
kind of a
yes,
man. Okay, I
yeah.
might be, uh, and but I never thought even of him. Uh,
In any kind
and
of a romantic way.
yes, a bit in a
Wow.
romantic way. Like, okay, I need to be okay. If a man in my life would be like him, wow, it would be something.
Yeah, but that's
But
not the same thing as when
but
I think of him as a romantic way. Most girls will imagine him kissing them and fondling them and doing more.
no,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
nope, nope, no,
Wow. Wow. Wow.
no.
That
Okay,
is truly beautiful, Bina. That is no. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's something to be really appreciative of. And the reason why I mentioned this, Bina, it's very important because you do need to understand that this is very, very, very special and exceedingly unusual. It is it as far as I've never ever met anybody else who doesn't have any private thoughts of that nature. Yes,
okay,
there are people who try to be, to abstain or to be celibate, but that doesn't mean that they have no private thoughts. Now they may cease to have them, but that they never had them in the first place. This is I've never
okay,
heard of this,
uh,
never known this.
okay, okay.
This is magical.
Uh, Maybe it is because of the way we brought up. Because always
Yeah,
people around us. We have a lot of things to do. Always have. Uh, Hardly. Okay, I can say never been alone. No. So our thoughts, our conversation, everything was mutual with my okay. My aunts are here, uncles are here,
yeah.
and cousins are
In other
here.
words, you're saying there's no
Or
privacy.
yeah. So and
Yeah,
it was
but that
the
didn't
way.
stop your sisters.
Okay, and the family actually designed the atmosphere in a way where we were always involved in some activity.
Right.
Like, okay,
But that didn't
just do
stop
this
Mona
thing and that thing.
and Amy.
Oh yes, but I was never aware of that. What
Right.
they were
Right.
thinking.
I'll bet you anything that Amy had, you know, libidinous fantasies before a marriage.
Mm,
That is that because just every single person that I know has them except you.
mm.
It's
Oh,
incredible.
okay.
It's really a magical
Uh,
thing, Beena.
uh, I
Your power
use
comes from. So where your power comes from. That's
I,
my problem with this also, Beena. Sorry to make it bring it back because I don't want to put too much focus on you because I don't want your brain to start thinking about this stuff. Just know that this is you. This is your special thing. Okay, leave it there. I don't want to emphasize it. So I want to bring it back to me. Uh, this is why one of the reasons why I don't want it in my life. Not only because it's an addiction, which it is, yes, okay, it's fun and enjoyable. You can manage it, energy management, all that. But it takes the power that goes into materializing things, intent power, in other words. It drains and uses that. This is what I don't care. I don't care
wow.
to give up my power. It's the same power, same energy. I mean, all your energy is the same, but in particular, libido energy is related to materializing intent energy, same
Mm,
energy. That's why you are such a potent intender. And in the
okay.
excitement, you see, excitement
Mm,
energy, same energy. See, it's libido energy,
uh,
excitement energy. Yeah.
okay. My astrologer teacher. Okay, because we are discussing this, so
Yeah.
my uh, he just said to me that okay, look at yourself, and I said yes. So he says, why you are like this, and why not other girls like you? And I
Yeah.
said, I don't know, because many of my cousins and my friends, the aging process they
Yeah.
have is 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 huge in comparison. In
Right. How
comparison,
do you mean the aging process? I don't. What?
they have dark circles. Their skin is different.
Oh.
Yes, not bad, but
Oh yes.
they look older than me. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
they don't have wrinkles, but somehow their looks are
Oh,
very
this is a
mature.
thing too. Libido activities will age you. And you can see a change in a woman when she first, has relationships with her husband or without her husband makes a difference. You can see it in a change in their hips and their bosom, everything. It changes them. You've probably seen it in Mona, right?
Sir, I never actually, I don't know how my mind works. I
You don't
never
pay attention
actually,
to what you don't want to. It's fantastic.
never,
Good, Vina. Good. Stay
never.
that way. Stay that way. Stay that way. So you don't need to pay attention to the stuff. Yeah.
I never been into
Good, good, good.
speaking over what my mothers and my mother and aunties are talking, what
Yeah.
my cousins are talking,
Yeah.
and what
Yeah.
they are discussing. I never been into these things.
Yeah. Good, Vina. Good. I just mention it because I have an appreciation for where you're at. And I'm not, anybody else will say, oh, but Bina, this and that, and it's so good. They'll try and sell you. I'm not looking to sell you. I'm looking to do the reverse, as it were. Right? So typically people, when they talk about it, they have some kind of an agenda going on. And they want to bring you into their worldview of things, right? To justify themselves. Because at some root level, they also know that libido energy, and when you engage in that, you're essentially kind of okay. If you're doing it to make children, there's a point and a purpose to it. But if you're not, then that energy is just going waste. It's being squandered because the body, the intent of the body is to make children. The body doesn't know it's just for fun. And well, just for fun, this is an unproductive use of this energy. You can use it in a more potent way to feel joy on a perpetual basis rather than just on a short-term burst level. So, you know, it's I'm just saying I'm happy to discuss it with you because we can discuss it with the appropriate delicacy and the appropriate emphasis, and not to get into
mm,
unnecessary details,
and
and also the inappropriate emphasis. This is the point. That's very
uh,
important, Mina,
uh,
because you do
okay.
need to be aware just of how people think, just in terms of being able to interact in the world. Innocence can take you so far, but we do have to have a little bit of awareness. I don't want you to be aware of the details, but just to be aware of your anomalousness. So that when it comes up to say, this is not a part of my life, never has been, that you can declare it as an unusualness. Oh, people, then they'll know. Oh, in this regard, you're not in that world with them. It will be surprising
We
to them,
discussed.
but then they won't try and drag you in other words, you see.
I never actually because somehow it, we are not in the same premises, so you don't see me even on camera. Cameras show you different things, but uh,
Right.
being together where you can see each other is a different thing. um, I
Oh,
told
yeah.
you that how Daniel was shocked that, oh, I don't know what it was, but yes, he was shocked that why I was here. It was something like that. And from that day, he's a uh, very flamboyant, or maybe I don't know. People say that yes,
Oh,
so
Lothario.
many,
Oh, I saw his pictures. He's a
yes.
Lothario. Yeah, remember I told you.
But from the very first day till the last day I was there, he always makes sure that, okay, Beena, here's your driver. When you want to come, when you want to go, nothing more
Right.
than that. And he always kind of a very protective person, not in a, like,
Yes.
okay, talking to me all the time. Never talk.
Yes.
We
Yes.
hardly talk to each other, but
Right.
he always makes sure
He's
to.
protective of your innocence, in other words, Bina. We spoke about
Uh,
this before.
yeah,
And
so so this is the same thing with so many other people also, sir.
yes, yes.
Um,
Because everybody innately realizes that you have something that is exquisitely precious. And I'm just
uh,
making you aware of it, because if you can come into it with a deliberate awareness, you can maintain it. If you come as a shock, somebody, oh, and then it might you might have an inappropriate association and start to undo it and reverse it and have all sorts of weird feelings about it. So you need to be aware of it
okay.
before it comes about in some way that somebody says or does something, and now suddenly it all falls into place and you have that awkward self-awareness and the thing becomes a problem. No, it is a beautiful, magical thing that everybody recognizes.
Well,
But
when
you can only stay unaware so long, and that's my point. I'm trying to ease you into the awareness so that you can be deliberate about maintaining your innocence.
mm, okay.
Oh, my body is just stressing me.
Uh, it, this is something like I was feeling awkward about. That yes,
But don't.
it is unusual. Yes, anomalous. Yes. So because
If
but
yeah, but this is a point that you know, if
mhm.
anybody comes up, I can't see it coming because I think you're mixing it. But let's say, Farouk or your mom or whoever, they bring this up. I would tell them personally, I would say, look, I've never even once had any thoughts about a man in that way. It's just not a part of me. I cannot possibly imagine it, and it's just something that's not part of me. So, this then, if you want to now squelch the thing and cancel it, I think they will take that to heart and say, look, I'm just different this way. I've come to realize this and I'm aware of it. I never was for most of my life, but now I am. And I realize that this is something unique to me. I just am that way. I don't know why, but I am. So I have to honor and respect that. This is the way Allah made me, and this is the way I am. I cannot go against Allah. I don't have those feelings, and it would be unfair and wrong, and I would be false to go and be with a man when I don't feel that way.
Still
Right? Is that
problem.
accurate what I'm saying? I'm just paraphrasing for you, or
No, it is like
I'm just saying it as a strategy. If
I
you didn't
I
want it,
know
yeah.
what you're saying. I'm just trying to tell you that
Mm,
what my situation is.
mm.
Okay, yes. Like I never experienced snowfall because I live in Karachi.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Oh, I wish
I
you were
don't
on
know.
when it was snowing. I could have put the zoom on and so.
Okay. Uh, I don't know that I would like it or not. I
Yeah,
don't know because I don't bother to even think about it right
good.
now at
Don't
this stage. That
exactly.
this is not something not
Yeah,
for me.
no.
Uh, I try to understand
It's
that
like Erica said about the skydiving.
yeah that am I really abnormal in in this situation in this specific area of my life? I'm not feeling that I'm abnormal, but why to bother if I'm
Yeah,
not in that situation?
exactly.
Why to bother about that?
Right. I just
And
meant it from a strategy point of view. Correct.
yes, and if you remember, I shared my post like a couple of years back. I posted about boredom, and I asked my friend, "What is boredom for you?" Because I never experienced that.
Yeah,
That 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 is the thing also. That's so because I always have something in my mind.
yeah.
Sometimes I
Yeah.
do feel tired of that. Okay, uh, why I cannot be like other people? But
Mm.
I
Here's the
and
problem for me,
uh,
Beena. I feel so much love, and I don't know. I'm struggling to feel it appropriately. I'm overflowing with love. That's what I'm struggling with, and it's getting translated into libido, and but it's love
that's
that
why
I'm feeling.
that's why I don't like. Okay, again, it is like duh. uh, make it like duh. Okay, we are human and we are like this. So okay, and when things will be in that situation, okay, we will see what will happen.
Uh,
Because I'm
oh,
reluctant to claim anything. I'm
oh,
really
I
reluctant
know,
to claim
but
anything.
but this is a sacred thing, you know. Libido energy
Huh?
is a very sacred energy, and all through the ages, everybody's always recognized this, with priests and nuns being celibate and all this. Everybody knows this is a sacred energy. So those who don't use it for procreation and for fun are special because they are giving due respect to its sacredness. And I know its sacredness, and this is why I'm bothered right now. For up and from the 1st of January,
Don't,
this is when it stopped for me. It's very sudden. It's like very just from January on, no problem.
don't,
Didn't think about it, didn't come up, and now in this last week it started again. It's just like damn it.
don't worry about this and don't even think about this because
That's the problem. I'm feeling it in my body. You
so
know,
okay so okay so uh, after how many months or years you you actually nourish your body with what you really like you start eating tomato and cream and tomato. I always say that.
yes, you
Cream
say
and
it your way.
tomatoes.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that
uh,
was I don't know, 10. I don't know. I think I've had it here in America, but really it was 30 years since I was a kid.
see
Teenager.
okay and that apple.
But that I had every now and then. Olivia would make it, and I'd get some. So, but again, it was also fairly recent. There were long periods of time where we didn't have that. So
Okay.
decades, maybe.
Yes. And what else?
Chocolate pudding,
Juices and chocolate pudding.
juices. Yeah, those are probably about 10 years, I would say.
Okay. So okay. So your body is communicating with you.
So what are you saying? That I must do this? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, yes, but you mean like just it's been too long without it? Yeah, but then you get it's like you activate all the energies again, and then it becomes I don't want this to be this thing where it's always on your mind and it's a daily thing. It's like oh
No,
come
it's
on, pain in
it's
the
not
ass.
going to. it's not going to be, as far as I understand, that it's not going to be all the time thing in that way. Yes, because it is happening on it is happening in this time of changes. So yes, you will be uh, dealing this dealing with this, like it's not going to totally wiped out from your life. No, it's not going to happen as far as I understand right now. But
Right. Oh,
struggle makes it really obvious.
which one obvious?
Struggle makes
Uh,
things
oh, yeah,
obvious.
yeah. Well, in this case, now I have some struggle. So what is it making obvious? I don't.
Resistance
Oh,
makes it more obvious.
oh, I've been
So
there trapped in it, and I don't think it works. Okay, I did it when I started to make real efforts to be celibate. Whenever the things would come, I just say, okay, then we go and get it over and done with, and okay, release the energy. Okay, fine. you know, and it's like when you eat and you don't feel hungry, you get it done. Yeah. So I would just eat quickly, but in a physical realm, just get to the point of release and okay, and move on, not drag it out into all big production. It's just like okay, it's like a chore. So that did help. It did help. But here's the point. So in the dreams, I was very disciplined. Yes, I had fun in the dreams, and I had good. It felt nice. There was nice physical intimacy, and it was sweet and delicious. But it didn't go to the end, and that was my choice in the dream to not finish, to not give away the energy that way. At least not me finish. So this was kind of a big thing. I was kind of felt very good about that. But then last night I didn't finish either. But it's going towards that point of finishing. And I don't know if you know what I mean with finishing, but just have to trust that you do. I don't want to get to that point again, because that's an energy drain. I don't care for it, but it just becomes your mind starts thinking of it, and you just it just gets invasive in the thoughts. So bothersome. That's why I was hoping it's a Venus thing, and okay, Venus and the Moon. It sounds like it. Like this is the energy that they sort of would be pushing out, especially with Mars. That's a male energy, right? As well now being in it.
oh, okay, yes,
So
yes.
in other words, would people be more libidinously or sexually aroused in periods of times like this, or more interested, or you know, would
Mm,
this be till next week? You said till Saturday, yeah.
oh yes, yes.
Is
Then it
that is that something that's in conjunction? I don't know if this is that part of your reading of the charts, if
mm,
that's what it means.
mm.
In other words, like if you look back in 9 months' time, you'll say, "Oh, this is a time when lots of babies were made." Oh, well, it was because Venus was in conjunction and the Moon was waxing, and Mars was going on. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah, yes, it does make sense.
I mean, is
But
this is this a pressure right now?
still,
Yeah.
this is the pressure right now a bit more intense than
Okay, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm trying to understand. If this is coming just from me, or if this is an external thing,
no,
and I don't have
no.
to
It
worry
is
about it too much.
it is just getting intense a bit more because of this recent, like, current position of planets and
Okay,
aspects.
okay. So it is
But
an external thing then. All right, cool.
no, I'm just saying that a bit
Oh,
more intense.
oh.
I'm just saying that. Yeah.
Well, it's still intense. Yeah,
Of
So
course, it is there, and it is not going away very soon, as far as I understand right now.
I feel like a drug addict right now. I mean, it's a physical feeling in the body that needs satisfaction. And it's like the Jonesy. It's not. I don't care for it being. Uh, yeah, it takes energy to sit and combat it all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Well, it's like the same thing. You feel like eating something, and then you don't. Okay, it's stronger than not eating something. But I don't know if you've ever had a craving, a physical craving for food
Oh God, I had a huge craving for chocolate. Oh my God.
recently.
No,
No.
no, it
And then how
was.
did you feel when you couldn't get it?
I thought that this is how might be drug addict might feel because I
Did
was
you
like,
have
oh,
the
I need.
did you have the chocolate available at any point? And
Oh
then you knew
yes,
you could go and get it, but you didn't want to go and get it, but you had the craving.
oh yes. Oh my God,
All
it was
right. Well, that's
horrible.
how I feel right now. I mean, I can obviously take care of the thing, but you oh,
And
well,
it
at least
was a
talking to you
time.
does help, by the way. Yeah, it does helps a lot in this regard.
It was.
The
Uh,
intimacy of the conversation, it helps a lot. It relieves some of that pressure. You know, all right. The language isn't quite there. Doesn't make it for as intimate as it could be, but take some of it out of it, but at least halfway.
I was uh, I was addicted to banana smoothie and chocolate,
Oh, well.
and I use it to put on weight.
Interesting. Talking about that, I've been meaning to ask you, how's it going with the progress towards slender?
I'm working on that. I'm continuously working on that.
There's progress. That's what I mean. Slow but sure.
Yes,
All right.
yes,
That's
because
all. That's all. There's progress. Okay.
I start having I actually start having that I had a double chin, very huge, like whoa,
Oh,
and
that's not
then
good.
yeah, that now I'm my face is going back to my normal
Uh, so
previous
maybe
shape.
this is why your camera is not there to give you time to get back you know, to where you need to be.
I really don't know because at least with you, I don't have any hesitation, any reluctance
Right.
to
Oh, you were in
share
my
my
dream, by the
video.
way. Not in a libidinous dream. Not that
Hmm.
that would be a bad thing either. Sorry, Bina. I had to bring that into your mind, but but you weren't. You were just. What was the dream? You were in my dream. Your bare
Sorry,
foot
say
was.
it again. You were missing.
Oh, I
Sorry,
said
missing.
you were in one of my dreams. Not
Okay.
the libidinous dream. Not necessarily that it would have been a terrible thing, but not. I'm pleased to say. But or
Mhm.
I don't know. But anyway, but your bare foot was touching my beard. Go figure, Bina. Go figure. No, no, you weren't naked. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't that kind of a dream. What were we doing? Oh, wait a second. I remember now. This is very weird. So I was retrieving my clothing, but my clothing was all stacked on my brother's bed for whatever dang reason. So I had to kind of fish it out. Okay, I'm getting there. And okay, I think we were gonna go and do. And you were with me helping me do this. Utes.
Uh-huh.
There are three boys here, and there's usually four of them next door, and I never saw them before, which is interesting. And I got the dog, and I had two dogs the other day. Anyway, so we retrieved the clothing from my brother's bed, and you were looking, and then he's like, "Oh, a rat!" And you picked this big rat up by the tail. It looked like a dead rat, and you held it up by the tail, and I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty good, Bina." I'm like, "Oh, a rat, okay." And you dropped the rat, and then I looked and said, "Oh, actually, the rat's not dead. It's actually alive." And it was kind of walking, and it kind of ran off, and I think I chased it to get rid of it. So, and then I think we did something more with the clothing. It's like outside in the street we were. I don't know what we were doing, but anyway, you were helping with the clothing, and then after that, somehow we were just. I think we were just kind of relaxing, hanging out. Yeah, I don't know. Your
Mhm.
barefoot was like, I think I was sitting on the floor. You might have been on a chair or something. And sometimes you like
Yeah.
just, and then your foot and it came and it touched my beard. I don't know if you may have put your foot against my beard. Like you just were curious to feel what it feels like. I don't, it's nice. That was very nice. It was very fun. I enjoyed it. It's very nice. You know, I feel like hugging you. Holding you, not hugging. Well, I do enjoy intimacy with you, Rina. It is a big deal for me. You know, our conversations like these. It's a big point. It's a very big deal. And I'm very cautious about it, and I'm very reluctant. But I have to say that I truly do enjoy it. It's a very big deal. Intimacy is a big thing. Remember, I was talking about affection, Beena?
Yes.
That foot against my beard was a playfulness and a curiosity to it, but there was a comfort. It wasn't specifically an affectionate thing, but by implication it was, because we were we were doing stuff which you wouldn't just do with anybody, in terms of retrieving the clothing like that. There was that comfort of a deep friendship, and a close friendship. So it was very nice, very nice. I really enjoyed it. But still, it's a very peculiar thing, foot against my beard. Not up here, it was kind of down here. So I didn't feel it on my cheek. I would have liked it to feel it on my cheek. That would have been very nice. But it was kind of down here, so I didn't feel it. I didn't feel any pressure on my skin. It was just kind of down here on the beard. So still, isn't that something? It's the first time you've been in my dream, and yesterday I was thinking that's interesting that that you haven't appeared in any of my dreams yet. So, have I been in any of
Uh,
yours, Bina?
I saw the dream I shared with you, and it
Which one?
was like yesterday. I shared a dream. Like, okay, I saw something really weird about these things, and the girl walking on uh, high tension cables up.
Oh, right. But was I in that dream?
No, no,
Oh,
but
oh.
this was the dream I saw after very long and remember it. I
Yes,
am.
yes. Because I asked you before about your dreams. I ask you fairly regularly. And you say, oh, no, I never remember. So, yeah, I was surprised when you said, oh, yeah, you remember.
Yeah, so I am. Uh,
I'm struggling,
I'm
Bina. I got to tell you,
okay.
just with this libido, it makes me want to be inappropriate. And it's an irritation. Sorry, just so you know. So you can
Mm.
understand the fullness of this. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting.
Sir, I remember I shared a lot of details with you that how things are and
Details
how
of
I
what,
feel,
Bina?
that how I feel, and
I love how you feel. Oh, it's so pure, so beautiful, so magical. Truly, Bina. I just appreciate it and love it, and it's just magical to me.
also
Really
about
and
you,
truly.
and also about yourself.
Yeah.
I
I
shared
have a
with
deep
you.
love for you, Bina. I have a deep love for you, and I don't know. I don't always know how to feel it and how to deal with it in me. So, do you hear, Bina?
Yeah.
Mhm. But I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. But I really, really do like, that foot touching my beard. That was very special to me, really, really meant a lot actually. It's a really big deal. And I do feel, and I have felt for a longest time, that I would really like to be in physical contact with you, even if it's just shaking hands, sitting shoulder to shoulder on a couch, something like that, uh, you know, struggling like this, nothing more than that, because I really don't want to go down that path. That would be a disaster as far as I'm concerned. But nonetheless, just to have that, in the same way as you might sit next to Farouk or your mom, no different, that intimacy, that joy of proximity. You know what I mean, Pina?
Yes.
Do you hear what I'm saying? I mean, does that resonate?
Yes.
I'll bet you Alan probably feels the same way, But anyway, I don't know.
Uh, uh, Alan, I really don't know because I deliberately never
No,
treat, and I don't do that, and I don't like
no,
to treat my
it's very
friends
important. Yeah,
with
yeah,
with any specifics like, okay, he's a male friend and he's
correct,
he's elder
correct,
than me and he's
correct.
blah blah blah. No, for me he's Alan, and
Yes, no, I love that
Alan.
about you. That's why I'm sharing this with you, Bina, because our relationship is based on honesty. And
Yeah,
I have to be honest about the stuff. Yes, I do feel like I want to hold you and have physical contact. And in my current state of mind, I wouldn't risk that because I don't know what would happen. I'd have no control over my body. I think it might be able to get out. So I'll be very cautious right now. but just in general, I've felt this for a long time, and then before it was just that the intimacy of affection. Yeah, right now, I say, Beena, be careful, girl. Yeah, you're walking into dangerous territory here, But so
So,
I have to be
uh,
honest with you, Beena. I have to be honest with you. I do feel that way, and you creep into my mind that way too. Yesterday
mm,
wasn't a good day to see your photos. Let me put it that way.
oh, okay.
Oh, I mean, I'm kind of joking about it. Yes, it's good, of course, but in terms of the libido energy, it's like, okay, now I've got Beena in my mind a little bit too. And I said, Beena, side.
Mm.
I want to think of you in that way, Beena. I don't know. It might be a compliment to you, but it's really, I don't want to corrupt our relationship. See, it's why I'm struggling with this, Beena. I'm sharing with you. I'm struggling.
Uh, okay. Let's make it that
Show me
he'll be
some ugly
appropriate.
pictures. Show me some really, really terrible pictures of you. Maybe that will help. I doubt it, but I
Okay.
don't think it's possible that you have such pictures.
I will try to, because girls always just keep their best ones.
All right, let's see. That will be interesting to see. I
But
doubt if you're going to have a picture that would put me off you in any way. I very
but
seriously doubt that. But
still, uh, it's better to not say anything with conformity in that.
correct.
Uh, we will be appropriate. Okay.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Always. Always.
So
Always. My body is just right now. It's saying I only know what one thing is appropriate. My body is very.
no, but
It's a peculiar
we'll
feeling,
see.
though, Bina. It's a peculiar feeling. Okay, because it's more. Hmm, I have to say, it's a whole body thing. It's not just in certain parts of my body, as one might expect. You know, so it's kind of in all of my body. It's in my arms, like here, man, like I almost need to be touched. Like babies cry and then they need to be touched. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
kind of how my body is a little bit. It's feeling a little starved for touch and pressure even. Oh, your foot was so nice, but it was if it had been on my cheek here, oh, it would have been nice. I can even just feel it now. Your foot was cool, not cold, but kind of cool. Even though I didn't put my hand on it, but yeah, I can feel if I had, I could feel it. It's just soft and it had a nice mood to it. It's very gentle and some playfulness to it. Oh, it's just delightful. Sweet deliciousness. That's how your foot was, right there. Totally sweet deliciousness. Oh,
I'm trying to search my pictures.
yeah, and you can't find any? I didn't think you could. I'd be surprised.
I have a few pictures which I really don't like.
So, Bina, you have to know that just with people, sometimes, the libidinous energies can overcome them and make them be inappropriate. It happens sometimes. I never had that
Hmm.
ever problem before, but, feeling with you, it's getting close to that. Hello? There's the phone. Message. Something. Oh, Donna's sending me all sorts of things here. Oh,
Wow.
let's see. Yeah, yeah. Oh, long story. Oh, let me screen share. I was seeing it in Donna too. Yes, I saw it in the more abstract. I was talking about the joyous power in her body. But, you know, just, I saw her move around today. She had the camera on and she was a little further back than usual. So when she got
Hmm.
up, I could see her move and walk and all that. So it's very nice to see her like that. And again, in my current state, I'm not in my right mind, Bina. I don't care for it, Bina. I don't care for it, man.
Uh,
I'm
uh,
seeing things differently. I'm seeing things the way, I don't want to be too explicit here, just, hey, I mean, I love Donna, but, seeing things with a different eye is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I possibly can. It's dreadful, Beena. It's a dreadful disease, Beena. It's really a dreadful disease. I used to be this as a young man, and it gradually, as my life went on, it got less and less. But it was always, until this year, it was always something that I had to kind of deal with. And okay, someone decides, okay, it's a nuisance. Okay, you go and, you know, just kind of deal with the energy. Okay, then you're free for it for a while again. Then it comes back again. And man, it's been so good this year until I think it was last week. I think there was a time before that, a little bit it started maybe. Uh, I don't know, but it was a few days ago, and then it was very tense. Maybe a little bit before that. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. One time before, a little bit, a couple of days before, a week before, something. Anyway, but I was so free of it, and I was just so grateful to be free of it. Like, oh, I can go all day, and I didn't think once those kind of thoughts. Wow, it's just magical. It's a hard thing to realize, and I'm not unusual in this, Bina. They say a man doesn't go 6 seconds without thinking that. Okay, I wasn't quite that bad necessarily, but still, it was a part of the thinking on a regular basis. I don't want it to be, Bina. I got other things
Oh,
to think about.
okay. Wow. Okay.
And they say men have a one-track mind. Yes, many times that's all they think about. Yes, they can briefly do things a little bit outside of it, but it's always on their mind. It's one step away always. Like I'll bet some woman with whom food is that way, or even men, but you probably know more women than men. They're always thinking about food. you know
Oh, yes.
right,
But why?
it's one step away from their mind. Well, because probably they've converted their libido energy into food, and some
Oh
do
my
it with their
God.
children. That's the same pressure. Yes, I've been focused on wave impeccability and all of that, and but in January I wasn't that fully immersed in it as we are now. I don't know what changed in January. Well, it's the same thing. January, just everything shifted. I don't know why. I want to get back to that.
Mhm.
I don't want
No,
to.
I found.
I've been completely uh, chaste, as it were. All right. Now, chastity usually is implying to be more specific. Yes, you understand what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to share this with you, but it is important. Chastity. They usually mean not having libidinous relationships with a person, right?
Mhm.
Normally chastity, for that's what people means. Oh, you don't have any physical relationships. They don't include when you do it just as a one-sided deal. They don't think of it in that terms. But of course, it needs to be that way also, right? So I've been very good in that this year, zero, and I kind of don't want to break that. My stretch. It's like, oh, this is my record. This is the longest I've ever gone. Without any uh, uh, release of libido in the way I used to do, before. So I don't want to break that. I don't want to break the stretch, because then I'll have to start all over again. You know what I mean? It's like being sober. Like I don't want to fall off the wagon, if you know what I mean, Bina.
Oh, okay.
It's difficult. I can feel it in my body. I'm not going to get peace until I do that. Yeah, it's a bloody pain in the backside.
Mm. Okay, I found some really bad pictures of Beena too. Yes, I have.
Oh, I gotta see this. I gotta see this.
Yes,
I
yes, I
gotta
do
see
have.
this.
I
Okay,
do have.
so let me read you before you share that. Just what Donna
Oh,
sent me
yes.
here. Scene set at
Mm.
the mining camp. Many people mining for gold in inverted commas. Oh, you can see I'm screen sharing. Okay. Once you mine for gold and pull the nuggets of gold meant for you in revisiting the past, you have to discern what you're going to be with your divine nuggets of gold and appreciate the nuggets and their divine application in your life and all the mining effort it took to retrieve them, and then stop. Don't go back to that particular mine site any longer, because if you do, your efforts lead to exhaustion rather than treasure. Yes.
Ah,
Yes. You can
oh
you can
yes.
you can mine out. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. good. Yep, yep. Yeah, once a mine is mined out, there's no more left to gain, and any efforts are just waste. Yep, yep, yep. Very magical. Oh,
I shared a post.
see, sorry, Donna, Abina, I'm just thinking,
Mhm.
I want something, but my body only knows how to get what it wants uh, via the old mechanisms. But really, in that satisfaction in the past, it's not getting what it wants either. It wants something that it doesn't know how to get.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's got to do with intimacy and affection, yes, and love, yes, all of it together. But it's an inappropriate expression of the or mechanism. It's like you're craving something, and I've seen this with the horses when I worked on the horse farms. They would lick their cribs, the cement crib, because they were lacking a particular mineral that they could only find somewhere in the cement. But they, of course, would be taking in other stuff with that, right? So it was an inappropriate application of them satisfying what they needed. So, when
Mm.
my uncle used to run the horse farm, he would just say, oh, when he sees them doing that, then he'd give them whatever, some vitamin or something that they needed. It was a signal for him. So in the same way, my body's trying to find something, but it's looking to get it, and the only way it thinks it can get it is in this way. But there must be a better way to get it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure how. But
Okay.
anyway, do screen share.
First, I shared a post, which is really
Oh,
cute.
let me see.
No, I'm
Uh,
sharing screen.
yeah.
See?
Oh, oh, there we go. We got full screen, ready, set, strike a pose. The top picture reminds me of another post I said. They were showing rhinoceroses, and they said rhinoceroses are just unicorns who've let themselves go. That was very funny. Yeah, unicorns do exist. They just become America. They moved to America. It was
Okay.
it was that was a shock when we first came here to see so many obese people. Just
Oh,
I mean, in South Africa, yes, they're all big people, but they weren't common in the I don't want to call them the black population, in the I don't even want to say non-white population either. Oh, that's a nice picture. Okay, it's a kind of a weird
no.
smile, a
It's
little
a
bit of a
weird,
weird
it's a weird
smile.
picture.
Yeah, but still, I still see your beauty. So
Yeah,
okay,
it's
next,
a very weird picture.
next. Oh, those eyes
Yep.
though. The mouth is weird, but the eyes, Vina. The eyes looks very sad. Were you crying there, Vina?
No, I was not crying. Actually, I just wake up and that's it. I
Oh,
woke up in the
oh.
morning. It's ready.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't mind waking up next to that face. I'm sorry to say, Bina. See what I mind? Anyway, next one, Bina. Next one. I need an ugly one.
I'm going to be there, the specific picture. Not, not all, of course. Yes.
I just see your beauty, Bina. And,
No.
and just your magical innocence. It just, I don't know, my heart wants to do something and love it in some way that it doesn't know how. I have to figure that out. I'm not feeling it in a in its fullness. I'm not able to connect to it. Oh, well, it's not an ugly picture, but okay, it's not. I don't
Yes,
know, kind of fun.
it
I don't know
is.
about the cowlick is a little bit excessive up top there. I don't know what you call that. Oh, that's beautiful. Now, what is the whole thing on the hair there? That makes it a little weird.
This one?
Yeah, the top, the poofy thing on the top. Yeah, that spot all the
It,
way
it,
going up
it,
like
it
that.
is. Well, it is just that I didn't do anything. It was just
No, no, it
randomly.
just
I
just
just
kind of
did
popped up. Yeah,
flip my
yeah,
hair, so maybe.
yeah. But see, your lips look really beautiful there.
Hmm. Okay, I was trying to find, and these pictures are really. I feel that these are ugly
Actually, in that
pictures.
picture, for the first time, I saw
Yeah.
your lips as concupiscent lips.
What does this word
Ah,
means?
you're gonna have to go look that up.
Just tell me.
Concupiscent, kissable.
Con-
So it's a fancy way of saying kissable. So I love it.
concuse.
Concupiscent. Yeah. CONCU. Concupisant.
PI.
Yeah. PIA. Like yeah. Concupiscent.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Leave it.
Why?
I didn't leave it.
Oh, it's not a rude word. It's a pretty word. It's a nice word.
Yes, yes, yes. But we're not going to.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know.
I had a picture when I had a very high fever, but I had to go.
Oh, that would be interesting to see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
But that was a nice picture, Beena. That was a nice picture.
and I took my selfie because Mama said, Beena, you have to go. And because it was my cousin's wedding. And I had pneumonia relapse and I had high fever.
Oh wow, wow! You had pneumonia. Wow, wow. I
And
wonder
it
if
was a
that. I wonder
relapse.
if having pneumonia gives you a resistance to COVID.
Oh yes, yes, people say that.
Oh, they do say it does. Oh, good.
Yes.
Oh, good. Not that you're in a high risk, but you do live. Wow, yes, you do look kind of wild there. Like man, you look like you.
Yes.
But this looks like you're a character in a movie.
I look like I really had high fever. My eyes like whoa.
Wow, wow, wow. That's a ferocious picture. Okay, that does help some, but still. Okay.
Yes. This one is like whoa. I was really feeling. Uh,
Uh,
I don't know how I actually went there.
it's like my soul
Seriously.
needs soothing, Beena, in some way. Like I was saying, my body needs some physical pressure on it. But I think it's my soul that needs it in some way. I don't know quite how to do that. Very interesting to me. Because it's a very peculiar state in my body. You know, yes, I'm saying I'm feeling these feelings, but now you might imagine that I'm physically aroused, but I'm not. It's an internal dissatisfaction in a sense, like a yearning, a longing, but a soul yearning and a longing, not necessarily a physical libidinous longing. I think it just manifests like that in the nighttime, and a little bit that's underneath as an undercurrent now, but that's really what it is, what the longing is for, or the yearning.
No, I might
Definitely a
share
bit of
my
an ache to
pictures.
my body. What's that?
I might share. I found a picture which I might share someday on my Facebook. I really
Oh
like
wow!
that.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, but we decide to share only worse pictures
Oh,
today.
well, yeah, yeah, you can't tease me with a picture like that. Now I have to see this picture now. Now my curiosity is too engaged, so I have to see. I don't know. Maybe it will help to see beautiful ones. I don't know. Actually, I think it will. Oh, see now I just want to give you a hug, hold you. Not a hug, just hold you.
This one.
Stroke your hair. That's a gorgeous picture. See, now you just bring my innocent side or my protective side out. You know what I mean? Like, so when I hold you close to my heart over here, just shelter you and protect you. You know what I mean? I don't know. But that picture makes me feel like
I feel that it's a nice picture to share on Facebook.
yes, yes, yes. It's a very nice picture. It's a very
Yes.
nice picture. You're a very nice person, Beena. Oh, that's a naughty picture. No, that's a naughty picture. That's a naughty picture. Now, in my current state of mind, next one. That's too naughty.
Stop sharing. It's not.
No, no, I'm enjoying seeing the pictures of you. No, it really helps me. It's very, very, very enjoyable, very soothing. More, I need more pictures, Beena. Oh, it really soothes my heart, Beena. It really does. It really gives me lots of joy. Really, I'm really not feeling right. It's just a battle to be right now. Does that make sense, Beena?
Yeah.
It's a bit cold, this one.
This one?
Hmm. I mean, your hair looks beautiful and everything. It's very attractive hair, but the eyes,
Oh.
they look a little bitty, like kind of cold and distant. Like you kind of looking like stay away from me a little
Ah.
bitty. I'm not too, I'm not too happy with what I see. You know, I, I, I don't feel like you particularly liking me, looking at me like now. Like, no, not that you dislike me, but there's not a particular liking of me
Well,
either.
when you
You
look
see what
at
I mean?
me, mm,
Yeah.
mm.
No, I don't feel like you just say, okay, I'm being polite, but I don't actually like you. There's a little bit of a booger in your nose there, did you see?
Yeah, come on.
You're gonna zoom in like that. You open the door for me to tease you. You
Come on.
can't open doors for me like that, Peter. You can't open doors for me. I'm gonna tease you. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It just comes. It just comes. But I like the way you said, "Oh, come on." Like it's impossible. It just possibly couldn't be. No, no, no. That doesn't exist in the holiness of Beena. No, not possible. I love that. You are holy to me, Peter. You really are. I don't mean to say this idly. I really feel that way. Kind of holy.
Uh, uh, Thomas said that Beena, you are actually a master of taking bad angle pictures because you take pictures from downward camera. Like
Yeah,
it is really
yeah.
horrible. Nobody actually do
Succeeds,
that.
but you
But I said,
do. Yeah.
okay, I do like that. I
Yeah,
don't
it
mind.
works for you. It works for you. More pictures, Bina, more pictures. This is very helping, very much.
Okay. Uh, Let me
Beauty,
share this.
beauty. This is what my body's hungry for. It is hungry for beauty.
This one I was dressed up.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah,
the one I'm
because
kind of enjoying
what?
the least of all of them because it's too looks like too much of a painting.
Oh
So
yes.
yeah, you put the art over the top of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No, art
yeah.
over it.
Yeah, it looks like it's not just a photo. Like it's got a art veneer on it. Looks like a painting. You
Oh,
can use a program to make like my profile picture. I modified a photograph.
oh
Yeah, it looks
no,
like a painting. It looks like a total
no,
painting. Maybe they were just a bit, older, out of focus. Yeah,
no.
that
It's
one's
it's
not a best photo of you for sure.
no. It's just because of light.
Yeah, yeah,
Because we had some gathering at our home.
yeah. This is more
Uh,
recent. This picture, Bina.
no, no, not really recent, but we had a gathering, and my cousins were there, uh, and we were just sitting on my bed and chatting, and uh,
Wow.
I'm
It's a
reluctant
kind
to
of a kind
share.
of a kind of a snarky picture. It's very interesting to see. That's pretty cool.
I'm actually like,
Oh, I'm really appreciating this, Peter. It's really helping. It truly is helping a lot. It's soothing. More. I need more. And stay on. Don't leave the screen share. Just stay on.
bro, I'm really reluctant to share my pictures.
Why? Why? I'm really enjoying it. It's huge. Oh, look at that, Peter. Look at that. Very thoughtful pose and picture there. Very interesting. Very mature, right?
Oh, I do have makeup. Very few pictures I have, and makeup
Mm,
I do have.
mm.
Yes.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting.
No, but I had to stop sharing because I don't know what would come next. Oh, wow, God, come on
Well,
now.
that's the
No.
fun of it. That's the fun of it. Surprise yourself and me. I like that. That's the fun and excitement, Beena. Also, that's, I am enjoying the intimacy of you sharing. It means a lot to me, Beena. So, if there are ones that you don't necessarily want to share, that would be good. Help me. It's an amazing feeling. It's really, it's why I'm sharing to you because I'm not, I can't say I'm happy in my body. There's a discontent to it in some way. Oh, hello, Beena. You like that look for your selfies? This
I
Andrew.
don't know, maybe,
Yeah, look
maybe.
at it. Well, I've seen a couple like this. Is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
That's what I like smooth. Just my
I
face
do
just
try
do
a lot
this.
of.
You know what I mean? Like I can't do my
I
glasses.
no, I can't
It
see
doesn't. It
because
doesn't help when I do it on myself. Doesn't feel right.
no, but even I can't see because I'm sharing the screen.
Oh,
So
oh, you don't see them when you share?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's not. It looks like you're looking down at things a little bit, which it's a bit.
yes,
It's not the most flattering, but still, I see your niceness and your goodness and your beauty.
I do have like very
See now there, I feel like I wanted to soothe the neck now, but I guess I'm just extrapolating my feelings onto you. Like my neck needs soothing maybe. My hand is too hot on myself to do it. I have a fairly high. Lily always said, "Oh, he's so hot," when I touch it. My body temperature is a little higher than normal.
mhm.
Ah, it's brilliant. That's a good picture. Not sure what that little bit of smile is all about. There, something was starting to amuse you, right?
I might be laughing. Like this one is a really bad picture. Oh, ugh,
No,
I
I don't
don't like
know.
this.
You remind me of Stephanie,
I
actually.
don't like.
Yeah, it makes your nose look big. Yeah, that's why.
It looks big, and my mouth look big, and my
Yeah, yeah.
hair are
Stephanie
big.
has a similar smile to that. So, yeah, lots in this picture
But
makes me think of Stephanie.
I just love this shirt. I don't have it anymore. But it was an Eiffel Tower shirt.
Yeah, Eiffel Tower. Yeah. Why
Yeah,
did you get rid of it?
I don't know. I
It
don't know
actually
what
looks like
happened to
pajamas
that.
to me. I thought you just got out of bed in your
No,
pajamas.
it was a chiffon. It was a chiffon material. This is really
So it could be pajamas.
no. It
Oh,
was in chiffon.
I can't really. I know the word, but I can't really feel it or picture it.
It's a pure Georgette material kind of thing.
It doesn't help me either.
Okay. I don't know what will be the next. Okay, you know that. You know this picture.
Oh, this is elegant, elegant, Beena. Beena going off to the Senate,
My
the
friend
United
says that Tina.
Nations. United
That,
Nations. You're going to the United Nations here. You wear beautiful
my
jewelry,
friend.
by the way, Beena. I noticed earlier too.
Yeah.
You have really
My
nice
friend
jewelry.
says, "Oh, you what? You look old in this picture. Why? Why you choose
Not
this picture?
old, older
Yeah, they
maybe,
say
but
that.
you look
Yeah, they say.
sophisticated, not older. It's the hairstyle. It's a sophisticated hairstyle. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
they
don't know
say
what you
that.
did with your lip over there, the top lip.
Mm.
A little odd. The makeup didn't seem to be on. It overemphasized the lip a little bit. If you want
Oh,
some. Well, if you go
I
back, can you
have.
go back one? You see, look here, the top lip isn't quite as emphasized. You see in this one, right there where your cursor is right now, on the right hand side.
Yeah.
You see,
I,
on the other, yeah, right there. I think you went just a little bit too high,
oh,
very tiny bit. Just went a little up over it, no?
hmm.
Or is
It
it just
looks
me?
like in this
And then you
picture. I
see
think.
just to the right of that little peak on the right hand side, the line isn't quite neat. You see, go a little more right with your cursor. No, no, up, up, up. Don't move your cursor so fast. Go slowly. Go right now. Go right. Go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep right from there. If you trace the line, you see right there. It's like it didn't
Hmm.
come on quite clearly and cleanly. It was a little messy.
Hmm.
See, the line isn't
Hmm.
neat, and that makes your
Hmm.
lip look a little bigger. You see, gives it
Ah,
a little bit of a
it's an odd
overemphasized,
thing.
you see, way. So,
It's an
oh
odd
yeah,
thing.
pay attention to exquisite details, Bina.
It's an
It's
odd
very
thing.
important. They make a very big difference. You see here in your lip now, you don't see that it's not as emphasized. You see,
Mm,
and that made the top lip look like it was kind of coming out a bit more than in this picture, where the makeup emphasized it. You see, they look more
mhm,
like one on top of each other. On that other picture, the lip looked like it's kind of protruding over the top lip. You see,
mm.
so very important.
Okay.
Very important. Oh yeah, makeup is a big skill. It's a big skill. I personally prefer women without makeup. I know, but I do like it. I do enjoy
I
it when they do it. But
do. Yes, I was hearing makeup.
you have a
Yes,
little bit
for
of
sure.
makeup on your eyes here, obviously, right?
Yes, yes, for sure.
Now, now, the same thing with the eyebrow here. It's very peculiar that the left
Mm-hmm.
eyebrow is half done, and the right, well, your right eyebrow is halfway done, and the other one isn't. How come?
Mm-hmm.
What happened there?
Because no, because I never touch my eyebrows. Nope.
It's naturally like that.
Yes,
Wow,
100%.
that's fascinating. Wow, wow, wow. That's
I
very
just I did my hair eyebrows when at Mona's wedding, and I feel so weird. I don't like that.
Do you have a picture of that?
No, but I really feel weird. I said no, I don't like that, and
Interesting.
because I never need that.
Yeah, I
My
never looked at
eyebrows,
your eyebrows specifically. I was looking at your
no,
eyes mostly,
it is natural,
sometimes at your
natural.
mouth and all that. But wow,
Mm.
that's very interesting. That's interesting. All right, I'll have
See,
to see.
no,
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah,
done.
yeah. But see,
Yep.
yeah, they balanced, which is what I noticed. But in that picture, it looks like it's only on the one side. Like you have
Yeah.
it like a little bit untrimmed and
I
in the
do
center
have
here,
I do
and
have
then trimmed on
a
the
bit.
side,
No, I
bushy.
do have a bit difference in
Yeah,
this case.
yeah, yeah,
One is a bit upward and one is a bit
yeah,
down. So,
yeah.
but this is what is naturally is. I never touch
Wow,
that.
wow.
Yep.
Yeah, this isn't
I
one of
don't.
the better ones of you, by the way. I don't know. You just don't look so happy there. Yeah, but you see here, the angle makes it, and same with the angle here. It's one-sided.
Mm.
This is a pretty picture, Beena. It's nice.
Mm.
It looks
My
like a
lashes were
softer.
very my lashes were very thick and long,
Uh,
and sometimes they do clamp with, like up upward or
oh,
like yeah, and I had
they
to.
touch your eyebrow up top here,
No,
above the
no.
eyelid. What do you mean?
They clamp with each other. Like okay, top
Oh, they
one
get
and the
stuck
bottom one.
together. Oh dear.
Yeah,
How do you open your eyes again?
it was really funny. And then
Wow.
I had to and once my cousin, because I had very long lashes and very thick, so my cousin, my elder cousin, she told me, Beena, it looks so weird and really haunting. So you need to trim it. And I said, but how to trim it? And she actually took scissor and cut my lashes. And my
Wow.
mother,
And that wasn't unpleasant?
oh my God. And my mother was like, she might kill her. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Did they grow
And
back?
she, oh yes, of course, they grew back,
Uh,
but not like that. But my mother was like, Beena,
yeah,
are you
I can
stupid or
imagine.
what? How
Yeah.
could you even allow anyone to do that?
I agree. Yeah, well, you trusted your cousin, so I guess.
No, I was kind of impressed by them. Seriously, I was
Right,
really
right.
impressed by them
Yeah, that
because
happens.
they were elders and they do a lot of things. So I was like, okay, they know. See, like okay, when you get impressed by some people,
Yeah, they can corrupt you. Yep, yep, yep,
they
yep.
just follow you
See,
blindly. So
you
I
see
was,
why I make every effort not to be impressive
mm,
in that way. Keep the humility, be a little rough. It's important, Bina.
I have so many weird pictures. Come on, up, up,
I
up.
love it. I'm enjoying these pictures. Oh, they're helping me very much, Bina. I'm starting to feel some soothing my legs, like on the back of my thighs. I don't know if you can see my leg here. Oh, where is it? Come, camera. Back down, back down. Oh, back down. Oh, I can't get
Mhm.
there.
Mhm.
Trying to show you where the spot is, kind of, like here, but a little bit. It's a
Yeah.
very particular spot. It's a very. I don't know if that helps to see where the spot is. I don't know. Maybe you can give me some insight. But yeah, even just isolating and touching it help now. Yeah, I need a massage maybe or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
I like this picture. Oh, that's a nice picture, Beena. I feel
I
like
look odd.
fall inside those eyes and get lost in there.
I look odd in that picture.
You what?
I'm looking odd.
Yeah, it's the way you smile. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think the smile isn't coming quite for. There's an extra addition to things that are the smile isn't just. There's a layeredness to the smile, and the extra one or two layers is throwing the smile off just that little bit. You see?
Mhm.
Yeah, you're not
Mhm.
pulling the smile so much. The mouth is more relaxed, and it changes
Yeah.
the whole picture. You see? That's a pretty
Yeah.
picture, Beena. That's a pretty picture. That's a very earnest picture right there. Hello, Beena. Hello. That one is nice. I say, hello, Beena. It's funny. I look at these pictures and I don't associate them with your voice. It's like I'm looking at it. This may or may not be you. I don't know.
Oh, oh, oh. Strange. See funny pictures.
I like that picture. But seriously, I cannot say in my deepest recesses of me, I can't say,
Mhm.
oh, that's definitely been it. I don't know yet.
Oh,
Can't say for sure.
oh. See, my eyebrows are
Oh,
okay.
I can see how you look. You can put the camera on WhatsApp, right? On your
Still,
phone now.
still, nothing
Yeah.
is working. If you remember, I would not take a minute
Oh,
to.
your camera's phone isn't working either.
No, my phone is not
Oh,
working either.
oh, wow, oh, wow, wow. You just have to stay off then. That's very interesting. Oh, I thought your phone was working for a while.
Yes, it was working. I told you that when I was going to Arts Council, it started working, and I was really curious, sort of like really cautious to install any app on that, but still it was working. But just after
Wow.
3 days of Arts Council, it stopped working.
Oh,
And
wow. Oh, that's fascinating. That's really
I'm
fascinating.
using WhatsApp on my
On your
uh,
laptop, yeah. Oh, this
yes.
is one of the nicest photos I've seen. So, well, today. It's a very cool photo, Bina. Wow.
Yes. I look much younger than my age in
Mm,
in these pictures.
mm. Yeah, sometimes your eyes like this, there's almost like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow, I like to see the movement. That was nice because the spot that it
See?
froze. Oh, yeah, it's very nice to see. Oh, yeah, it's very nice.
See again, odd picture.
Oh, I thought we've seen this one before. Similar to one we saw before. No, it's a
Yeah.
nice picture. There ain't wrong with that.
This one is also odd.
Tiki
Very odd
monkey.
picture.
Tiki
Yes,
monkey.
really odd picture. I don't like
Yeah,
this,
yeah, yeah.
but I
Tiki
keep
monkey.
it to feel natural.
Yes, good for you, Bina. Good for you. That's a very nice picture. That's a very nice one, right? Yeah.
Oh, this one is okay. This is Mona, by the way.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen many pictures of Mona or Amy. I don't know what they look like. Lubna, a little bitty, but I could see more of them.
Mona.
Wow, 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 wow. Interesting. It looks very fiery over here.
She is.
She is fiery.
Oh yes, she
She's got
is.
a temper on her.
Oh
She
yes,
scolds the
big
kids.
big.
She gets cross with them.
Oh my God, she
She's like a
scolds them.
fierce mom. Does she give them hidings and stuff?
She is a very scolding one, but never
Oh,
cuss words, of course. But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
But she's
Mama
quite
is
fierce, so the kids are scared of Mona.
oh
In other words, no.
uh yes a bit, and we don't like that,
Yeah, yeah.
especially
That's
me.
probably because she's a bit frustrated.
Who
That would be
knows?
my guess. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is
Yes.
Mona very passionate?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I think she's not getting her passion satisfied. What is her husband like? Is he passionate?
Oh, yes. They are just like, okay, I feel they are perfect for each other. Wow.
Interesting. Yeah, but sometimes, two passionates they don't always merge. They don't always get satisfied. And particularly with women, with men, they can be very one-sided when it comes to physical satisfaction of passion, in lovemaking. And for some women, they don't feel like they can say anything about it, so it's always just a one-sided affair. And it leads to lots of frustration. The woman never gets satisfied. It's a very, very dreadful thing in marriages. Anyway, since we're on this topic today, but it's an important thing to understand, Beena, in psychology. Unsatisfied woman, physically unsatisfied woman, it's a big point. Sue mentioned it too. Intent. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
She said, she wants to get that romance from her husband. Now, you didn't see him, right?
No.
Mm. He's a slim guy, slim and slender, nice looking fellow. And, he is actually physically younger than her, but he looks a lot younger than her. So, I suspect from, you know, she's, I don't know if she was always big like that. I don't think she was. So, a lot of women get bigger and they get it incrementally and they don't realize that, that's not the man that your husband fell in love with or the woman, and,
Mm.
and so, the physical attractiveness dies a little bit and they want to get it back, but, hey, be real, understand that that he can't change his perception. He's seeing something that he didn't fall in love with. It's different to him. So,
Uh-huh.
so they don't get physically aroused, as it were, anymore, and it's a problem. So it'll come up in. I'm preparing you, Bina, because it's going to come up at some point in the session. For women like that, I would recommend that they become the initiators to arouse the man, and that way, once the man is aroused, then their perception changes. Once they're all excited, then it's like, okay, and then they don't see things in the same way. Then they just want to get satisfied. So this may be a way for her to achieve that intimacy which is lacking in their relationship right now. If I understand things correctly from what she said, a very high probability that that's the issue, and that would be a solution. It's hard to tell a woman that, hey, you know what, you kind of let yourself go a little bit here, and your husband doesn't quite see you in the same way. You know, it's a very cruel reality that
Mhm.
men seem to even get more attractive as they get older, and not always the case with women. But that's changing too. If you look at some of the movie stars, some of them are. I mean, they just gorgeous and beautiful, and it's hard to believe they 60 or even 70 years old. It's incredible. We were talking about Cher. Until recently, Cher was still giving concerts looking fabulous. And she was in her 80s already. Never mind, 60s and
Mm.
70s. So it's
Mm.
changing. It's changing. Women are starting to figure out how to look attractive as they get older. They never did before. And I think they kind of bought
Ah.
into that a little bit. Not that they need to, but they are figuring out now. But in relationships, with when it is that way, the men stay that way, and the women they don't, and they change, and that this does affect their physical intimacy. A very very strong, very big time.
Uh,
A bit of a
s-
harsh reality, but that's how it
mm.
is. And
Sir, one more
gravity affects
problem.
a woman differently to a man. Gravity is not kind on a woman, but it doesn't matter to a man, really.
Uh,
Right?
but yes, but also um, the way they carry themselves, like
Yeah.
it's a very odd thing. But in East, uh, old uh, old Indian uh, beauty secrets, one of
Uh huh.
was, yeah, when you have longer hair, like at least longer than a bit lower than your shoulders, your neck will remain slim.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. More pictures, Beena, more pictures.
But when you want to have a broader neck, you need to keep your hair short.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, and
Wow.
when
So will
if
I
you
get a
if you
slim neck now with a longer hair? Is it long enough, my
yes
hair,
you
or not yet?
yes you have slim neck,
I do. How do you know? You never seen my neck.
but
How do you know I
yes
got a
it
slim
is.
neck?
Oh yes you have. See, see,
All right.
you
I'm
have.
just checking. I got a slim neck.
Yeah.
All right. Is that a good thing or a
Yes.
bad thing? I don't know. Maybe it's a bad thing. I don't know.
No,
I have
but
no
it no, but it is what it is. Okay. Uh, like look at Sue. Her haircut and the broad neck.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes her look
A
more
bit
masculine.
manly. Yeah. 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 No, I agree.
See,
I agree.
so
Yeah.
though she's very beautiful woman,
Yeah.
and she carries very really well,
Yeah.
but there is some kind of a statement they show.
Oh, yeah. I
It's,
agree. I agree.
and
She
and this
has a bit of a
statement is
mannishness
really
about her
obvious.
that does make it a bit unattractive, and she is just, there are some women who can be overweight and it doesn't really matter. Cher is very overweight, but it doesn't actually
Yes,
matter. She's okay in it, and if you see her in physicality, you don't see her as being awkward or obese or anything. She moves quite fine, and it works on her. It fits. Now, yes, it can be less, and it needs to be less because it's just that little bit excessive. But even in the excess, it's not off. With Sue, though, she is not wildly overweight, but it does throw her out.
but the way
Yeah,
and the
doesn't work
hairstyle
on her.
is
Yeah,
the
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 hairstyle
hairstyle
aggravates her.
is a
Yeah,
statement. And
correct.
when you are saying you are giving out a statement that yes, I am
Yeah,
in masculine energy, you can say that.
all right,
And
all
so,
right.
how can you expect your husband to be
Yeah, yeah,
attracted towards you?
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
it is kind of a thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I know that
I think we'll
it's
be
not an
very
easy thing.
surprised to see pictures of a younger Sue,
Yeah, yes,
even at
yes.
40. Because they got married when
She
she was
must be.
41. Remember, she was in a different relationship before.
Yeah,
I
she
think
must
we'll
be
see a
very
very young.
beautiful.
Yeah, because her husband, he's a catch from what I saw.
Mm,
I just saw briefly, but as the way they say with men, that would be my picture of it. So it's very interesting. So
mm. Okay, I let me share screen so you can see a video
oh,
of
good.
my friend's picture,
Oh,
and you
very
will.
good. Yeah, I'm
I
keeping
didn't
some
make.
picture of Amy, by the way. I don't know why. I just don't know what she looks like. I have no clue.
Oh,
Even Mona one is not enough, but yeah. Lubna, I have a sort of an idea.
okay. I
Amy,
will
I have no
see.
idea. I know you've shown me, but I still don't know. But yeah, I'll be interested to see. This is the friends you were talking about this morning?
No,
That's just Beena.
no,
Hello, Beena.
it's me, and it.
This is Alan.
This is Axel.
No, this is Axel. Okay, who's
Yeah,
that?
and Agnes,
Agnes. Well, go back
Suresh.
to Agnes. Agnes looks Japanese or
Yes,
Korean. She is Japanese?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Axel is French. She is Japanese.
She's
This is
nice.
Suresh Anna, South Indian. This is Alex from Britain. This is Amanda.
Wow. Amanda,
This is
wow.
Anna Sundling, and okay, this is also Andrea,
Wow. Andrea looks like a movie
Anita.
star. There's a famous movie star looks like her, right? Like Andrea.
She's a writer also, and I think that this
Nice.
picture is from her book. I guess.
Yeah, it's a very professional photo, but there's a very famous Indian movie star that looks a lot like her.
Mhm.
Very much. She got a famous name too. Who's this?
And this is Anita. This is
Anita.
Ariti. This is Asim. It's a Turkish. And this is a profile picture of Bisma. This is
Wow.
Bebhudatta. And Brett, group admin. This is Corey, also group admin. This is Daniel.
Yes, I was
Okay.
gonna say there's Lothario, Danielle. Oh,
Yes,
that's a nice
Desiree,
picture.
Dilip. I don't know his name, Alejandro something.
Uh,
And this is Dominic. It's a gore picture, but it's not full.
uh,
So these are my
keep going,
my
keep going.
friends.
Who these? What their names?
Yeah, the Gloria,
Oh
Alejandro,
no.
Santi. Yes, Gloria again. She's also Helen,
Wow. Lips are a little too full.
Yang Wong.
Huh.
Ah, Inna de
Beena.
Graaf. She passed away. Yes,
Uh,
and she is Leela. Oh, you know Magdalena. You know
I
that.
don't know Magdalena.
Mahesh, and she's no more my friend. I don't know why she unfriended me.
Oh well.
She's Maria. He's also no more my friend. Nope.
Good.
I don't remember this guy's name. Nope. And this
Yeah,
is
good.
MD Ali. Oh, this is Michelle.
That's a good picture. A fabulous
Mm.
picture. Who was
Oh,
that? The
it's
previous one.
Pam. Pam. And this is
Wow.
Maria's this is daughter. And
Wow.
this is
Another
Panis.
fabulous picture.
This one is Rajiv.
Why?
He is also no more my friend. Nope.
Why?
He is. He is Robin.
Why did they unfriend you? Do you know?
No, I unfriended them. This was
Oh,
Roy.
oh.
This was
Oh, why did
Dinah,
you unfriend that one?
VND and Ramon. And this one, I just forgot his name.
Looks like a bit
Yes.
of a dangerous nerd, that one.
Paul, Eleanor,
Wow.
and Callie.
Kelly, the one who traveled the other day? No, a little
Yes,
while.
yes,
Oh, wow.
yes. Turco and Beena. Mhm.
Hello, Beena. Hello, hello, Paul. Yeah, Axel looks a bit off, right? I like her. I like her. Am I right? Axel looks a bit off, right?
I don't know why everyone say funny things about him. Everyone.
Well, because he looks off. That's why. It's not his best picture. I mean, but even so, because his eyes are very imbalanced, Beena. There's a very big difference there, between the way the eyes are. It makes him very imbalanced.
So, uh,
All right, more
if
pictures, Beena. More pictures. More
if
pictures. More pictures.
if things were
Oh,
smooth, he might be my husband
no,
today.
no, no, no. Thank heavens not. Oh, gosh, no, 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 no.
He proposed me like
I
really
know, but just
directly,
because he
uh,
proposed to you, just
and
because he
he was
proposed
coming.
to you, right? It's to you, proposed to you, he
Uh-huh.
proposed to me.
Okay,
Right? No, I'm glad that didn't happen. Phew. Thank heavens, thank heavens, thank heavens. I know, I'm very protective of you, Beena. No, 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 no.
because his conference was scheduled, and he planned everything, and
Wow. All right, hang on. You
it
find some more
was
pictures? I'll be back in. It doesn't mean you must be quiet when I'm mute. You gotta keep talking, but I'm just putting
okay,
myself on mute.
okay. And it's just I'm just searching and looking for pictures. Like, okay, I have it here, so I can share on my timeline. Why not? Mhm. No, it's late now. I need to sleep. Wow, Beena. I'm gonna quit my job and travel the world until I return. Until I run out of money. I estimate I'll be home again around 10 p.m. They say. So yes. Okay, no more pictures actually.
I heard something about job, but then it broke up, so I didn't hear what you said. Something about job.
No, I was just saying I was uh, reading a post.
Oh, oh. You have some pictures of Amy, so I can see what she looks like. Since you showed me one of Mona, I have no image of
Okay.
Amy in my mind,
I don't
except like a
have.
young kind of a pixie type look to her. Yeah,
I only have her
the
picture of
naughtiness.
with me, where she's just making we were making funny
Yeah,
faces.
yeah, but I think I don't. Yeah, I've seen that one, but that one doesn't really show me what she looks like. So that one's no good. Yeah, you have no pictures of Amy. You'll have to take some pictures of her.
Oh yes, I will take. But you know that that camera is not working. I don't have phone, so
Ah,
no recent pictures.
yeah, interesting, interesting. Yeah, does your phone, when you go to camera, not video, does it also not work on your phone?
My phone is actually
Amy
not
is
working.
the Lubna's in the
Yes.
middle, right?
No, Mama.
Oh,
Mama
Mama.
here.
Oh, and Amy on top.
Yes.
Wow, yeah, yeah. She looks like a child there. It's just, she looks like, I don't know, 7, 8 years old or something. I don't know.
No, she looks younger, but not like this.
I know
Okay.
another picture. I can't see her here. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You look happy there. I like it. Oh, I like seeing all those pictures. That was nice. It's still the same. It's too close. I can't see enough of her. Can't get.
I was laughing. I was making faces also, like, ooh.
I like to see you. Yeah, you look beautiful. Yeah,
No, I was just
pretty
making
there.
weird faces.
Yeah,
Okay, let me see Amy's picture. Hmm. If I could find, I don't have, I guess. No,
you must have surely.
I just have these picture with Mama and with Amy, the funny ones. Uh,
Oh, I suppose I could go look on Instagram. But I don't know. She has it herself. So.
no, she don't share that. They don't share pictures. Let
That's
me
good.
see if they have on WhatsApp. If they have.
Mm. I feel better, but still there.
Mm, yeah, I think that she posted something. Okay, yes, here.
I have a bit of tonsillitis too, actually. My gland is
Mm-hmm.
sore on this right hand side.
Oh, she took her picture.
Maybe it's
Okay.
connected to that. That was all through my childhood. I have perpetual tonsillitis, actually. Wow. That's an interesting picture. Yeah, so that gives me. Still, I don't quite get to see her because it's a very stylized post photograph.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, more.
Oh, only one picture on WhatsApp.
Oh, oh, wow. That's a well done
I.
photograph, it doesn't,
Oh
doesn't show me
yes.
Amy, but it's a very attractive photograph. It's well styled and posed and composed, like an art photo. It's well done. Who took that photo?
I don't know. She or her husband. I don't know.
Hmm.
Mm. Yes, that's it. Yeah, we
Oh,
don't
wow.
have pictures. I will ask her. I
Yeah,
will ask her
yeah,
to send me on WhatsApp
yeah, 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 it's interesting.
so
Just so
I
I
can.
can have a visual to put with her. She's like this mystery figure for me. Anyway, uh,
Okay. So
yeah, you go sleep, go sleep. What did I want to say? Uh, I was gonna say something. Uh, I don't know. Anyway, that was fun. That was fun. That was fun. Very big deal. Simple things. At least I feel a bit better. But I'm wondering if this isn't the tonsillitis. That's because my gland is swollen. I don't feel it in the tonsils itself, but I do because my body's shifted so that even though they are perpetually swollen, I don't feel them as swollen. Like if you look in my tongue and do it, check my tonsils, you go then you'll see them as swollen. But right now, actually feeling the gland here, which always goes with it, but just on the right hand side. I wonder if this is what I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's affecting to my physical discomfort, and I'm just looking to feel better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could be. Could be.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I don't know what brought it on or why I'm feeling that way. No reason. Very interesting. Uh,
Interesting.
yeah. Why you love?
It is like you are talking like in a third person form. Okay.
Oh,
Anyways,
well,
very
I
interesting.
suppose so. Yeah, a little bit. Well, it is. I don't understand it. It's just interesting. I think I'm gonna go have a nap actually. I'll go downstairs and have a nap instead of napping here on the chair,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Oh
unusual.
yes.
I haven't ever done that before. I haven't gone downstairs to take a nap, but I have lots of stuff to do, man. I want to get them done. So that was it. Was about a project. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. It'd be fun at some point, to do hedgy and
Yes.
together, and you draw some of the hedgy pictures.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yes. It will be.
yeah. It would be
Um,
really a delight. It will be a joy.
yeah.
It'll be a
We,
joy.
we haven't. Okay. I haven't finished. I did my module one, session one, repeat back and takeaway.
Oh,
Then
I
I
want to hear
realized
that.
no, I need
Oh, I want to hear that.
I need, yes, I need to add more. And
Mm,
then I said, okay, now Beena. Then the editing
wow,
starts. So I said, okay, but
wow, wow.
okay,
Tomorrow morning.
let me
Tomorrow
read
morning.
that for you.
You want to do it now?
Mm,
No, you need to go
maybe.
sleep. It's late, Bina. It's late. Not now. It's
Yeah.
way late already. Look, it's
Okay.
2:30. Oh, I'm keeping you up to late, Bina.
Yes.
We've gotten into a late rhythm, which is not good, I don't think, unless you're really waking up very late. Are you waking up at like 9, 10 o'clock?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Now,
All right.
but
All right.
but I do wake up at my time, and then I just try to like, okay, uh,
Yeah,
looking at
yeah,
Facebook
yeah,
for 15-20 minutes
yeah,
and go back to
yeah,
sleep again,
yeah,
and then I wake up. So it is like a struggle.
yeah, yeah. See, I'm feeling like that stinging in the back of my palate, you know. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know what I'm talking about. When you like
Yes.
like to not get a cold or something. I don't know, but it's right at the very back of my palate. I usually drink coffee when I feel this to get rid of it.
No, it's
I want to
better
go
to
lie down.
drink coffee.
It's what?
It's better to drink coffee.
Yeah, yeah. To get rid of it, you
But
mean?
you want to
Better
nap?
than what? Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
gonna go
saying that.
nap now. I'm gonna go nap now. So we'll,
Okay.
we'll be
Yeah.
sleeping together. Maybe we'll dream together. That would be nice. To have
Okay.
conscious dreams together, go on adventures and explore, and I don't know, just hang out. It'll be fun. That'd be nice.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm definitely in a weird space today, Bina. I don't know. I'll just blame it on the planets. Dang you, planets! Dang you! I'll be grouchy at the planets, scold them. But you help, you're helping me tremendously. You really soothe me, really soothe me. Thank you. All right, let's go sleep. Let's go sleep. I'll see you later, Bina. See you tomorrow.
All right. Yes. Okay.
Bye bye, Bina.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye for now.
Sleep well. Sleep well. Sleep magically, Bina. Sleep magically. Yeah.
Yes.